Hello everyone, I want to talk to you real quick about a screen ventilation system that I have set up for my 4Runner for when we go camping in it. We just sleep in the cab back here. What I did was basically just get some screen from Home Depot. You can get it in these big rolls, cost between $10 and $25 for the different types of screen. I know nothing about screen, so I just bought one that I thought would work, and sure enough, you probably can't see it, but that works really well. What you're going to need is screen material, duct tape, painter's tape, scissors, and some chalk, and that's it. What I did was I picked the 3 windows I wanted to use, the 2 side rear windows, and then the rear sliding window as well. What I did was lay out some screen and just get a general size ready. Then I would cut this, toss the side material away, and then I would tape this portion down to the truck and get it nice and tight and form fitted. And then I would take a piece of white chalk and draw along the edges where I wanted the screen to be. Now it's important here to leave a little bit of room because of how the tape meets up with the edge. You want a smooth transition so you get a full seal. Once you get it all chalked out and you have an outline of the shape you want, the specific shape you want, you're going to go ahead and cut it out using some scissors. Once you're done with that, I highly recommend using duct tape to wrap around the edges, kind of like clamping it down on there. You clamp that down on the edges because that allows the blue painter's tape to adhere properly and give you a good seal. It doesn't really stick to the screen that much and it can fall off very easily, but it does, however, stick to that duct tape and make a nice seal. Now I have put this one screen up here real quick and easy. There it is. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I got the window rolled down to right here. Once you get it, the edges duct tape, it's very simple. You just tape this off nice and tight, and see what I mean by leave yourself an edge right there. That way you got painter's tape on the duct tape, and then you can adhere it to the plastic. If you go over this little lip right here, or if you go over this gap in the metal right here, you won't be able to open up the door and get in and out. Now the trickiest window was the rear. Same concept, lay a big screen over top of it, cut out a huge section, tape it down up top, and then work from the top down. When you're up here, you're gonna wanna cinch it up, then tape these gaps down here, tape that gap down there, then you can kind of fold it over and tape off and create the seal as you want. And the cool thing about this one is you can roll the window down about 4 inches and not have to worry about rain getting inside. That actually came in handy one time. When we went camping, we had a downpour at about midnight, and sure enough, the blue painter's tape held up really well, and we didn't have any problems with water getting inside the vehicle. One more nifty little trick for this setup is this O2 Cool fan. I got this thing for $9 off of Amazon.com, and it just uses 2 D batteries. It's a battery powered fan, and the company claims that it lasts 50 hours on lowest quality. What I do is just set this up on the dash, aim it towards the back. That way you have air actually circulating. Good for the summertime. There's only one problem with these fans, and it's kind of hard to see, but the on-off switch right here. You have the middle is off, To the right is low and to the left is high. This switch can easily get turned on if it's jostled around in a bag or something like that. So one little trick I do when I'm just keeping it in transport mode is I put a piece of paper from a magazine in between the two batteries, and it seems to be just fine. That way you can transport it and not have to worry about it turning on accidentally. That's all I got. If you have any questions, just let me know.